time. Doing gang things, living super clean. That done came up. Can't control us. One time for the men doing cane things. Dead fresh to the T, living super clean. 3 times for my folk that done came up. 4 times cause the man can't control us. 1 time for the men doing cane things. Dead fresh to the T, living super clean. 3 times for my folk that done came up. 4 times cause the man can't control us. Look at you, you done came up now. Get it how you live, mess the game up now. Ain't messing with yoga, but get the flame up. Hey, used to be Toby, but got your name back now. I see ya, paid under pressure. 25 lighters, got them all on the dresser. If it ain't for you, ain't for you then. If you a lame or a sucker, wanna dress you then. Grown up now, bump the childish ways. Got a wife and a bunch of kids to raise. Punch a clock side hustle or a business you endure to ensure that all the bills is paid. Slow clap for your homeboy. Could've turned out like your homeboy. Been on the same block, cooking up the same rock on the cell block lot with your homeboy. But no, you had vision, you had gold. Brand new you on the old time road. Take care of home where you bust your low. Black men don't cheat, screaming bomb the hoe. Real men talk, real king ways. Still in captivity, but minds ain't slave. Got a little wisdom, boy, you PD grade. Giving out the knowledge on the stoop these days. 1 time for the men doing cane things. Dead fresh to the T, living super clean. 3 times for my folk that done came up. 4 times cause the man can't control up. 1 time for the men doing cane things. Dead fresh to the T, living super clean. 3 times for my folk that done came up. 4 times cause the man can't control up. 1 time for the folk that have moved up. Even if you had a slow start, screwed up. Used to gang bang, now homie brewed up. Had a little plan, I had them blew up. Look at you like a man right now. Dressed to the T, smelling like a grand right now. And you ain't got nothing from a handout now. Just faith and hard work gets it planned out now. You could've took a bunch of dusty rolls. The hand dealt with a bunch of cards to fold. To stay hot while the world is freezing cold. The same plot, but the story's never old. Slow clap for your kinfolk. Could've been asking what your info. Prosecutor could be trying to do you in for the 2020 twins, so you passing out the info. But no, you had purpose, you had plans. I ain't throwing nothing, I'ma say these bands won't impress y'all, don't need no fans. That ain't my God, who is that man? This real men talk, real king ways. Still in captivity, but minds ain't slave. Got a little wisdom, boy, you peep these grades. Giving out the knowledge on the stoop these days. 1 time for the men doing cane things. Dead fresh to the T, living super clean. 3 times for my folk that done came up. 4 times cause the man can't control up. 1 time for the men doing cane things. Dead fresh to the T, living super clean. 3 times for my folk that done came up. 4 times cause the man can't control up. Yeah, real man. Sheesh. Yeah. Doing cane things. Living super clean. That it came up.
1 time for my king doing king things. Mom these hoes cause he know he got a good thing. I submit and I cook and I clean and I never hold back on that pop, I'ma let it rain. Made me honest, I got a ring. All praises to the most high, let it sing. A real man able, sister never came. And I ain't going nowhere, this is not a game. Look at you, girl, you lonely right now. Settling for bums instead of men the most high. He provide and protect so he get our respect. And he leading us aboard when them chariots fly. I don't really think you hear me though. You can't cross this bridge on some billy goats. Let them save you in the end like a Seminole. Be help me, shout let the silly go.
1 time for the men doing cane things. Dead fresh to the T, living super clean. 3 times for my folk that done came up. 4 times cause the man can't control up. 1 time for the men doing cane things. Dead fresh to the T, living super clean. 3 times for my folk that done came up. 4 times cause the man can't control up.
Shalom and shalom, sisters and cousins, and praise the Lord, saints. It's your favorite housewife, Miss Mono.
All right.
You good?
Yeah, Shawty, we up in anything.
And just in case you're wondering who this oh so sexy, oh so fine gentleman is next to me, I'm sure you already know his face. He's who you're all here for. Monologue again, ladies and gentlemen.
You're not here for me. This ain't my show. They here for you, Shawty.
I know, but maybe it's like when they can sense that you're coming, they all come. So, all right. Okay, my bad, y'all. What's up? What it is, what it ain't, what it's gonna be? How are y'all doing this evening?
What's up? What's up? Nice time with me.
Oh, praises to the Most High. Thank y'all for joining us this evening. I appreciate y'all for being here. It is another lovely Thursday in the neighborhood here. Just in case you're unfamiliar, you're probably like, who's this lady on my screen with the hair and the sweater? I go by Miss Mono's World in these content creator streets: Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, all the places the content creators be. Yes, I'm live on TikTok right now as well. But if you're like, hey, I want to see everything, I want to hear everything, I want the effects and everything, please head over to the YouTube at Monologue Magad, MONOLOGMAGAD. We're live there.
Smash that like button on the way in. Y'all to smash that like button on the back.
Like, share, subscribe, turn on your notifications so you know when we go live here at the House of Mono. I'm going to put my little finger in my sweater hose because my husband got the fan on and I'm cold right now. What else? Shout out to my audience on the Saya TV. Download the Messiah TV app on your Roku, your smart sticks, your Fire Sticks, your smart TVs, your Apple TV. Oh, and I just found out like 2-3 days ago that all episodes of Paradise are now airing on the Saya TV. Listen, if you have not checked out Paradise, you need to watch it. Yes.
Fire show, no, talk about that show. Fire.
Superb. Like,
fire. One of the best shows I haven't seen since.
Yes. I mean,
a long time.
If they keep going, this can be like Game of Thrones level television. It's really good. Like, I would sit there and rewatch this first season again. I can't wait to see what they're going to do with the second season. Like, we saw the new villain step up. You remember that part when the guy went and got in Sinatra's chair at the end? When they were Sinatra's chair, they showed us Sinatra's chair empty and all the people were arguing back and forth. And then the guy went and stood up in her chair and was like, hey, everybody shut up. Yeah. Okay, well, they introduced us to the new villain for next season. So yeah, if you have not checked out Paradise, go ahead and check that show out. I'm telling y'all, it is really, really good. Our main topic for tonight is Hoes Among Us. Yeah, Hoes Among Us. So we're gonna get to talking about some whores.
Hoes Among Us?
Hoes Among Us. We're gonna get to talking about some hoes, willingly and unwillingly, but we'll talk about it through the progression of time. Blah 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 blah. Okay. All right, just a couple of side stories. Oh, y'all, do you guys remember the Fire Festival with Ja Rule and whatever that guy's name was, Billy something or other? This was a few years ago. And they had collected all this money and people had actually showed up. I forgot what island it was supposed to be on. People had showed up paying thousands of dollars, expecting all these like wonderful VIP accommodations. And they got there and were basically like living on a deserted island for a couple of days. It was a whole big thing. It was horrible. I need to go to my next thing. See what I'm talking about, man. All right, so believe it or not, and then like, listen, if something like that happened to me, like, y'all probably wouldn't hear from me again because it wasn't like it was an accident. Okay, it wasn't like he had everything set up and then, oh my gosh, it just failed. No, this man collected these people's money, did not use it for what it was supposed to be used for. So it was a hot mess. Well, in the spirit of American audacity, I don't know, how you want to label this particular brand of audacity, but in the spirit of American audacity, this man presents to you again Fire Festival 2. And I know you're probably like, what? This is a joke. It's not a joke. It's not a joke. And let's explore the tickets, okay? Let's explore the tickets. The lowest price tickets you can get is $1,400. The highest, and it only goes to like, it's $1,400, $5,000, $25,000, and then there is Prometheus, the fire starter, $1.1 million.
Oh, that's fine.
$1.1 million. And I'm curious. I mean, let's be clear. I would $1.1 million. Are you for real? Like, this better follow me around for the rest of my life. I, at my income level, cannot imagine paying that much for this kind of few days. Okay.
Hey, it about to be 5, man. You know what I'm talking about?
Well, let's run through the tickets and then let's talk about how fire it may or may not be. Okay, so for $1,400, your accommodations are not included. Okay, the $1,400 ticket, your accommodations are not included. You still have to pay for your flight as well. And so basically you're just paying to go to the concert.
To get in. How much days is it?
Huh?
How much days is the concert?
4 days from May 30th to June 2nd for one person. One person.
That makes sense.
Okay, so let's go to the $5,000 situation. Okay, for $5,000, your accommodations are still not included. No, your accommodations are not included, even for $5,000. And they said you could get on the flight. Okay, we're not paying for your flight. We're not paying for nothing. Basically, you still get the same 4 days, but you do get VIP access, and front row viewing of a water stage, whatever that's supposed to be, and close viewing of the fight pit. So you get a little bit closer to the people and some VIP access for $5,000. That's just for one person. For $25,000, now this is the artist access package. Your accommodations are included. Yay!
25 bands, you
better be. You get accommodations for 2 at a 5-star hotel. Okay, this is taking place on Isla Mujeres. That's the island where it's taking place. And you get private ground transportation to and from the airport.
Face cover.
I know I don't know how to fix that thing.
Oh, you can switch to a different thing, but go ahead.
Okay. So travel is not included. Like, you have to get there the best way that you can. So you get artist access at the festival ground. So I'm assuming that means you can go backstage. Yeah, backstage access to the water stage, pit side access at the fight pit, a curated itinerary of fire experiences, transportation through the weekend, and a fire concert. $25,000, 4 days for 2 people. $25,000.
For 4 people? For 2 people?
2 people, 4 days.
About $12,500 a piece.
Oh, okay. See, look at you. All right. So now the Prometheus package, priced at $1.1 million.
A full ticket. A ticket, my boy.
Okay. So your accommodations are provided for this. Okay. You will have the option of a 4-stateroom yacht or a 4-bedroom villa with immediate proximity and access to Playa Fire and the festival ground. So this is where they're having it for 3 nights from Friday, May 30th to Monday, June 20th. And the concierge will get in touch with you immediately to secure your accommodations. Yeah. You will.
If you're paying the ticket, somebody, I need to talk to somebody.
For $1.1 million.
Yeah, that's a whole bunch.
As soon as I pay for it, somebody need to be calling me.
Yeah, no, before I pay for it. If I'm about to drop a ticket, but I gotta talk to somebody.
You want to hear something?
Yeah, we gotta talk to somebody.
So you do get a private air charter from Miami to Cancun, which is great. You'll be escorted on a yacht to the island. Then you'll have a chauffeur to take you to your accommodations, and you'll have a whole concierge team catering to you that weekend. Let's see what else. Okay, access to festival grounds, on stage access to the water stage. Team access at the fight pit, a curated itinerary of fire experiences, 24/7 private chauffeur service, and an on-site concierge and access to the Prometheus Marina. And now this covers 4 days for 8 people. Do the math. How much is that?
Shoot, 8 people, you still talking about over 100,000 per person. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it still be 200,000 left after 100,000 per person divided by 8. So you talking about that's about $150.
Okay, see, look at that.
That's $150 per person. That's
Angelina, Shalom, and Shalom, sis. Thank you for joining us.
I'm gonna send them in. Did it come with some moles or something?
Sir, no, it doesn't. Well, I mean, you're going to a fire festival, so I'm sure there'll be hosts.
1.1 million? Yeah, they gotta come with some.
Sorry, you can't be saying that.
No, I'm saying if I was in the world, you know what I'm saying? I'm paying 1.1 million for somebody. They got to come with some.
So here's the kicker though. The tourists in the government of Isla Mujeres, which is where the concert is supposed to be taking place, is saying that there is no such preparation for this taking place. They have not received word of these accommodations. No permits have been filed. Like, they are saying that the infrastructure is just not in place for this to happen. And so I'm again, it's the I don't want to call it the white supremacist audacity. I don't want to call it that, because Black people have been audacious in their crimes as well. But this is pretty audacious to me. I mean, to have the first Fire Festival fail, then you're going to offer a second one at these outrageous prices? Like, you're not even going to throw the people a I'm sorry, here's a free concert or anything.
You got to go
like
big.
that?
One thing you got to realize about the people, man. You go big or go home. Listen.
You failed the first time going big.
No, hey, but them people made off with a bag. This is what you got to realize. So even if you want to start, even if you thinking about start, it's like the Shaq. It's like the Shaq shoe.
The pump it ups?
No, the Shaq, he tried to make a shoe that was quality for his people and made it so it was affordable for everyone.
Yeah, that was at Walmart.
Yeah. Hey, listen, made them $20, still great quality. Niggas don't want that. No, man, everybody can get that. We don't want that. They want the $200 Jordan. Hey, welfare, can't pay your rent, but did what I want right here. It's like, if you want your concert to be big, no, man, you got 1.1 million. Yeah, you gotta make it where everybody can't go, man. I get it. I ain't going. I ainain't going.
I ain't going either. It would have to be like right here in a park.
Nigga, I don't care if it was next door. 1,400 was the lowest ticket.
No, I'm saying it would have to be free. No, I'm not paying nothing. I'm not paying $1,400. There's nobody that I would pay $1,400 to see.
Christ got to be in concert.
And that's gonna be for free. And he ain't gonna charge me.
Your house gotta be in concert, right?
True. He said when he come in, everybody will know. So I ain't gonna have to pay for that. I'm not paying $1,400 to see no. Okay. All right. So let's go to our next side story. And this will kind of go into our topic, so we might just take it from there. There has been news circulating about what do I want to call him? An American basketball player, for those of you who might not know, Anthony Edwards.
Let me see something for you. Oh, go ahead.
What was you about to do?
I'm going to change this right here.
Okay, go ahead.
So you don't be goddamn cut off. All right, now do it. Do it?
Uh-huh.
Sure.
Uh-huh. Okay. So this is Anthony Edwards. This is, what's this girl name? Aisha something or other. I think so.
Hey, little baby mama.
This young man right here in the middle is Lil Baby, as my husband just told y'all. Now, this lady is already the mother of Lil Baby's couple of his kids, one or two of his kids. I don't know. But she, like 6 months ago, gave birth to a child by this basketball playing gentleman here. Okay. And so
basketball, man.
And so you might be like,
I want to say, man, it's a West Side Atlanta nigga. You know what I'm talking about? But we don't support what he doing in the NBA. Hey, so that's a West Side Atlanta boy. You know what I'm talking about? But what he doing in his personal life, we don't support that. You know what I'm talking about?
And so you might be like, oh, okay, just another story of a scantily clad woman having a baby by a rich man to get a check. Why else would you have babies by a bunch of men? So the problem is that when she announced that she was pregnant, he asked her to have an abortion. He said, I don't want a kid with you. He already has kids. I don't want another kid. I don't want this kid. Go ahead and, take that trip to the clinic. She did not want to do that, gave birth to the child, and now the father, Anthony Edwards, is petitioning to waive his parental rights. He don't want visitation. He don't want to see the baby. He don't want nothing to do with the baby. Okay? And yes, that's horrible. Like, how could you abandon a child like that? But let me just say, as a woman, who has watched other women get on this same internet and fight for the right to murder children in their womb, how dare y'all heifers then turn around and get mad at a man for taking an equivalent action? And you might be like, oh, well, it's not an equivalent action because the abortion would murder the child. It is an equivalent action because murder, hello.
Well, it's a little worse because like
right, it's worse.
worse.
It's worse. You're right.
A woman asking for the right to goddamn murder their baby.
Right.
This nigga saying, listen, I don't want to have nothing to do with the baby though.
But
the baby can live,
he did ask her to murder the child.
But he did ask her from the jump.
And so here's my thing though, right? Like the whole internet is coming down on him. But if it was her that had got the abortion and he was up here crying, talk about, oh, I wanted my baby.
They'll be like, her body, her choice.
Exactly. Y'all be screaming, it's her body, it's her choice. A man shouldn't be able to control when a woman reproduces. You have 1,000 sayings defending the woman making the choice that she wants to make, regardless of how the man feels. But when the man turns around and does the same thing, y'all want to bash the man. Where's the equality in that?
We are saying that he is a piece of.
Oh no, absolutely. Like he's trash for abandoning his child. Let me make that clear. But she's trash for sleeping down. Listen,
he should have just tried to get full custody and then kicked her out of life.
The fact that I don't understand how in 2025 these ballers or whatever are still getting pregnant by these groupies. I don't understand that.
You gotta realize though, these young niggas just hey, we looking at them as like, oh, this huge NBA star. Nah, this still just a nigga from the hood, bro, who just had super talented, and then you put him in this atmosphere of like the whole world is offered to me.
Right. And I understand that. But for any person, regardless, in 2025, there should be no unwanted children. Okay. We're past that. We've talked about abstinence. There are how many different forms of birth control out there? So please, okay. Like that whole, there's no reason for this to be happening. And then especially someone who has access to so much money, so many different women, like why would you purposely go? And I'm not going to say purposely.
I'm going to say it's the women.
Why would he not protect himself as much as he can, laying down with a woman who you see has had other children by other wealthy men and has not ever been married?
Because Negroes are stupid. You could tell a nigga you could be fine and got all the boobs and butt and fine, and you could tell a nigga, I'm on the pill. Negroes gonna go. They gonna go every time. Like so, if there was,
at no point is it let me put on a condom and protect myself.
I would say this: if there was a pill that men can take that made their semen not work, there would be a lot less kids in the world. The problem is you got all these women and they seeing it. They might be telling these, oh, I'm on the pill with the whoop. But they also like, shoot, nigga, I'm about to get a check off of you. And so they trying to trick you to shooting the club up. Because they know, man, listen, this at least, how much this about to be child support?
Well, so here's the thing. With him abandoning his rights
he
to the child,
still gotta pay child support, isn't it?
Not in every state. I looked it up because that's what I was thinking too. Like, okay, well, he's still gonna have to pay. Not in every state. Some states do. Some states will allow the father to abandon his rights as long as the mother is there. Some states require the mom to give consent. Some states don't. And some states make them pay and some states don't. It just depends on where you are.
I thought this was a thing like, you know, let's say you go through divorce. I only know it wholesomely. Like you're married, you go through a divorce. This woman, you on child support. This woman saying she trying to get remarried. Listen, I want you to give up your rights. And then when you give up your rights, you don't owe no child support or this or that no more. But you saying from two single people, he can give up his rights and whoop and then not owe no child support?
Yes.
Oh.
As a matter of fact, that's what happened to me with Bethany.
God dang.
Yeah. A man can sign away his rights to his child and just walk away. Now, you don't have any rights to the child. You can't come back later and say, hey, I want to see my baby or anything like that. But a man can petition the court. It's probably better if you're both there, but a man can petition the court. And then you're talking about somebody with extended resources, who can afford lawyers and whatever to petition the court to have his rights and responsibilities to that child waived.
Dang, that's crazy. The Lonely Prophet, what's going on, King? Man, been a minute, Shalom to y'all.
And so, of course, I'm not, nobody's right in this situation. As a matter of fact, they're both pretty trash for not waiting until they were married to have sex. I'm gonna just go ahead and say it. In this day and time when our families are in such a mess, like our family structure is pretty much obliterated, we need to go back to not having sex before we're married. Like, clearly that's the only answer. The right way is the only answer to what's going on right now, because she's stupid for getting pregnant by a man who did not give any indication that he wanted a family with you. And you might be like, well, he might have said. You can make your mouth say whatever you wanted to, but until that man makes you his wife, he did not give you an indication that he wants a family with you.
This is like the highest paid, or one of the highest paid niggas in the NBA. No, they knew. She knew what it was. He knew what it was. And we got to stop being stupid. First, we want to let everybody know that this great water that we're drinking on was created by Atticus. Give me a cheers, boo. Atticus cut up a Granny Smith apple.
You was out there when he did this?
Yes, I was cooking.
So you let him do it?
No, I was cooking. No, he just did it on his own. We was cooking and getting prepared for Shabbat, and Atticus took an apple out, threw it up a couple times. It might have hit the floor a couple times.
Oh, see, I should have known something.
He washed it off, but he chopped up an apple and he put them in these wine glasses, put some ice in it, and he said this Atticus tropical water.
Atticus famous tropical water. It's good too, y'all. It's good.
It just tastes like water to me. I don't even taste the apples.
I taste the apples. Like, the longer you let it sit there, you can taste the apples. Okay, but that was Atticus' little commercial. We're going to charge him for that commercial.
This is a much needed conversation. For sure. We got to stop. Listen, just to wrap this convo up. This
we are? Up.
No, I ain't know you wrapping up. I was saying before you go to the next topic. But real talk, like, men and women, we got to stop. Like, and it's hard because we're trying to tell the next generation to stop when we're not properly training them. When you don't see a good household and good, then how do we tell them to know you create a good household? You know what I'm saying? It's hard, man. It's so hard. It's like you have to it's like a failed marriage. If you got a marriage that's in the husband jacked up, the wife jacked up, and the husband is willing to get better if the wife is willing to get better. But the wife is willing to get better if the husband gets better. So you got two people who need to get better, but they're both waiting for the other person to move first. And that's what we got going on in this world. Like, you get men who like, I'll be a better man if I got a better woman. And then the woman saying, hey, I'll be a better woman if I got a better man. And both people waiting for each other to change.
That's what you think is going on?
And ain't no change going on. This is a whorish culture. Pop that coochie, and I'll take that coochie.
Said, that's right, nephew. Look, he already started his businesses, okay? My BD tried to threaten me back in the day with giving up rights. Go ahead, boy. We in Florida. You still got to pay me. Well, I'm in Georgia, and my ex-husband did not have to pay. When he signed that paper, that was it. Rights and responsibilities gone. No sex before marriage would kill all of that. All of that would be done away with. And so I just nobody's right in this situation. Nobody's better than the other person. But in this culture that we live in, the way that women speak is like it's two-faced. Because on the one hand, you want to be equal to a man, you want to be able to do what a man does, and you want to have all the same, rights and abilities as a man. But then when a man turns around and exercises those same rights and abilities that you have the right to abandon and or abort your child. You have that right. If she had choose to have the abortion, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. Okay? This is the right that you wanted. And so in the same equality and fairness that you are asking for, you have to allow the man the same rights and responsibilities that you wanted. And that's all this boils down to. Feminism is a curse, and it really is causing us to shoot ourselves in the foot. So ladies, listen, keep it close. Keep it close, okay?
Man.
No ring, no thing, okay?
Man. Keep that thing
no wed, no bed.
Keep that thing to yourself, my boy, because we used to do a good job of teaching that to the girls, but we didn't do a good job of teaching that to the boys. Man, it's like...
And then here's the other thing. When we are in our younger years and we are making all of these decisions, we don't think about regret. We don't think about the future. We don't think about, how this is going to affect us later. And I'm here to tell you it's going to affect him just as much, if not more, as it affects his daughter. Okay? Because she's going to have to grow up understanding that like her dad didn't want anything to do with her. But trust me, when he gets older and that regret start creeping up on him, he gonna feel it too.
Well, that's the thing of society done taught me, that, hey, bro, if you got enough money, bro, you can just throw money at it. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Bump that baby. You saying bump that baby based off of the mama.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, man, I just wanted to hit that one time. Fine little Instagram model. Well, I just wanted to smash. She got a baby. You ain't thinking nothing about that baby. You like, man, bump that hoe. You know what I'm saying? Shoot. Hey, man, I'll waive my rights. But like you said, in the future, that baby growing up, man. If you got any kind of integrity, if you any kind of decent,
right,
you'll be like, damn, I got a baby out there.
Right. And you got to watch them grow up, graduate from high school, go to college. You know what I'm saying? And you can't do nothing. You can't do nothing. All you can do is sit there and watch and look at the life that you're missing out on. And the thing that people got to realize is your kids, like you created that kid. You saw that kid come to be. Your kid just knows what's put in front of them. So guess what? If the kid never meets you, then, oh, well, it's not a loss for the child. It's a loss for you. You got to live with that decision for the rest of your life. Your child can go on and have a great life. They can, get married and have the family that you wouldn't be for them.
This is why you
got to sit there and live with that.
This is why you see all the time these kids that go pro. Mm-hmm. Next thing you know, their daddy done popped up.
Right, out of nowhere. Like Shaq daddy.
You know what I'm saying? Of course, we don't know what they had to go through. Maybe the mama wouldn't let you see him or whoop, but it's like, man, you don't never know what's going to go on with this child. Right. Imagine you showing up when they successful, but do you not think about, listen, I have grown kids and I've been in their life, and every day I think about what they going through out here in life. Mm-hmm. Like, because they grown. They grown and they living their life, not no neglect, not no we ain't dealing with, not none of that. But just because they out here on their own, and I'm worried about their well-being every day.
Every single day.
Like, I remember when we was 20, when we was out on our own, we 18, 19, left the house. Nigga, it was days when you were hungry. I remember trying to scrape up, trying to get some money. And this back when stuff was $1, you know what I'm saying? At McDonald's, like the dollar menu with the whoop, and it was days and it was tough. Mm-hmm. And right now, you got grown kids out there that we are part of their lives, and we work and we think about, dang, I know gas costs a lot. Like, are they straight? Are they good? Are they this and that? Imagine you got a child out there and you don't know
Can't talk to them.
what the struggle is. If they good, if they not.
There's just so much going on out here. And there's other family members that may want to be a part of the child's life, like the grandparents. Exactly. You're robbing so many other people of the experience. Hey, Simona. You're robbing so many other people of the experience of that child. That's your parents' grandbaby. Right, the grandmother baby. Okay, so let's go to our main topic. Hoes among us. And
these hoes, they for everybody.
Are you finished? I'm not gonna repost the picture that brought this on, but you could just Google what Megan Thee Stallion wore to the Oscars this past Sunday. And you can take a look at that. And it brought me to this topic because a few things, okay? Megan Thee Stallion, this lady claims to have a nursing degree. We've all seen it. We've all heard it. It was a big old hoorah. Congratulations when she graduated. And rightfully so. Yes, ma'am. Congratulations. Good for you. But my question is, even with your degree, you still feel the need to come out at the Oscars, which is a notoriously white event. Okay, we're not talking about the Source Awards, we're not talking about the BET Awards. Not saying that would make it any better, but just go with me where I'm going. Okay, you come out at the Oscars, a notoriously white event that is supposed to be black tie with your breasts hanging out and nothing but pasties covering your nipples.
Is this the same award show Chris Tucker got slapped by Will Smith?
Yeah, like last year or something.
Is the same Oscar?
That's
Oscars?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Yes. See how we act up in front of white folks. So it took me to a place because there was a time when Black women didn't have a choice in how our bodies were displayed. Okay. If we go back just to our history here in America, and I'm not saying that there was not whoredom among us before we came here to America. There's nothing new under the sun. And the Bible talks about prostitution, how you have temple prostitutes and everything like that. So I'm not saying that this is anything new. But just in terms of us being forced to engage in sexual behavior or displaying ourselves sexually at the hands of an oppressor. Okay. Like it's one thing for a girl to wake up and be like, you know what? I think I'm gonna go hit the pole today. That is one thing. I'm not saying it's right. Okay. But it's a total other thing to have to subject yourself to sexual acts to save your life. All right. And so this is the kind of trauma that our foremothers have had to endure. We all know about the culture of assault that took place on a plantation. You had some that resisted, you had some that were unalived for their resistance, and you had some women that just went along with it because it would get them better treatment. Like, it's going to get me out of the field, and into the house. Sometimes the master would give the family of the woman that he was sleeping with extra food on Saturdays. You would get extra clothes. There was something extra for the women that agreed to go along with that. After we come out of slavery into our Jim Crow era, you have lighter skinned women, and this was always a thing. The lighter skinned women were able to secure white sugar daddies, and they may not have called them sugar daddies at the time, but essentially it was a sugar daddy. She would perform sexual acts and he would take care of her and her children. And even in this, you see colorism taking place, you see texturism taking place, even in the, I don't want to call it a sex trade, but even in that kind of environment. Okay. It was so bad to one time that they were selling light-skinned women by the pound. Like, you had to pay like they weighed, basically. I know that might sound crazy, but when you're talking about this place, what doesn't sound crazy? And so as we're moving through this, and now Black women are having sex essentially to survive, right? And we go through the whole black exploitation when you have TV and film coming into place, and then you're seeing black women either portrayed as the mammy stereotype or what they like to call the Jezebel stereotype. Okay, and this Jezebel stereotype started actually when white people or Europeans first started coming to Africa and seeing black women. I don't know how many of you know the story of Sarah Bartman, but she was a voluptuously shaped black woman that was forced to be put on display around Europe so that Europeans could gawk at her body. You about to say something?
I'm waiting for you to wrap up.
So that Europeans could gawk at her body. They would stare and point at her buttocks and her breast and the shape of her body because they were not used to seeing anything like this. During the ceremonies that would take place, the women in Africa would be scantily clad, and the observers, the Europeans, were looking at this like, oh, these people are over sexualized. You know, they're shaped like this, they're shaped like that. These women are fertile and they want to have sex. So then here we start with the whole Jezebel stereotype of black women being over fertile, hypersexualized, and black men just being ravenous monsters. So this progresses through film and television, and of course, into music. And now you may be thinking back to a time where, like, oh no, Diana Ross and the Supremes, they were all dressed very nicely, and Aretha Franklin, and you didn't see a lot of boobs and stuff back then. No, but there's always some underground activity going on. And what I want to propose to you is that even with the so-called advancement of black women, we are still being forced by our oppressors to parade ourselves sexually. Just because you didn't see the white man standing behind Meg Thee Stallion holding a whip or holding a gun to her head, I want to tell you that that's in the same spirit that our foremothers had to suffer from. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, see, this is a difference from then and now. Then you had to do this stuff to live for your life,
to survive.
To survive. Now it's, of course, we're in America, and you know you're trying to keep up with what America got on or what they got going on, and so now survival isn't just enough. You don't have to do that no more to survive. But it's like, hey man, if I want to think about the music artists, think about our rappers or our female artists who are not sexualized. How many of them are at the top? How many of our actresses are at the top who refuse certain roles or refuse to put on certain things? Hey, just with the men, let's say, hey man, if you want to go to this level, like you don't see no black man at this level unless they put on the dress. You know what I'm saying? And so we get to, all right, it's not enough to just not be killed anymore. No, we want to be at the top of the top. So now our women are saying, listen, yeah, I do this music and I can make it doing it like this, but nah, if I really want to go, what happened to, I mean, just look at our artists. Let's look at our artists. What's the, think about the females. What's the last female artist that ain't naked?
I remember like Janelle Monáe. I remember her. She blew up a little bit, but every time you saw her, she was fully clothed. She had her little blazer and jacket on. Like, I've never seen Janelle Monáe exposed like that. And she didn't, you know what I'm saying? She didn't do as good as she should have.
You can come.
She made great music.
You can come and you can go, but no. I wanna be at the top. And to be at the top, man, it takes some sacrifices, man. So,
and see, that's the problem. It's like, okay, and you look at these women, right? And again, This lady has a degree. Okay, we're talking about Meg Thee Stallion. She has a degree. Not only that, she's been in the industry for years. Plenty of time to shore up some investments and, you know what I'm saying, gather some passive income and have options besides parading herself like this. And I know what the women's lib movement and the feminists are about to say. She's doing what she wants to do. She's doing what she wants to do. Do you think that when she started rapping, she set out to be naked in front of everyone? I'm going to be honest with you, as a woman myself, I never, that thought never crossed my mind. Like, ooh, let me see how I can get naked and make money. As a girl coming up and trying to figure out what I wanted to do with my life, being naked and making money being naked never crossed my mind as an option. Okay. The other thing I want to point out here is that we have come from a time where being fully clothed sets you apart as a person of wealth and status. Okay. You had on the layers, you have your shirts, your petticoats, your dresses, the women in the big hoop. I mean, they took so much care to distinguish themselves and make sure that they were fully clothed and fully presentable. Not only did it give an air of wealth, it kind of gave an air of morality. Like, excuse me, I'm a lady. You're not going to talk to me any kind of way.
Yes.
Okay. And when we go back, the only women that you see bearing their thighs and their butts and their breasts were women of the night. These are the only women you see like this. And the other women were sure to not dress that way so that you did not confuse them for a woman of the night or a whore. Is what they used to call them, a woman of the night. Okay. But now you have, first of all, you have women purposely dressing like whores. Okay. But the kicker is they get mad at people for assuming they're whores when they have on a whore uniform. That's just like somebody walking around in a freaking, I don't know, like who wears a uniform still these days? Like a police officer. Okay. If I see you walking around in a police officer's uniform, I'm going to think you a police officer, right? You got on a uniform. If I see you walking around in a garbage man uniform, I'm going to think you a garbage man. The uniform that you put on is how people are going to address you. So then why do you get mad when you put on the whore of a uniform and people address you the way that you've presented yourself? Again, the feminism, the equality, the backwards, it makes no sense. Hold on. Janelle is pansexual, though. They're all claim to be some kind of weird.
What pansexual is?
You'll have sex with anything. They all claim to have some kind of weird sexuality. I don't think that is why she didn't blow up. Like, you know, they all come out with some kind of sexuality. And they all, you know what I'm saying? They still make it. So I don't think that had anything to do with her. With Janelle Monáe, like, not blowing up. What was I saying? Yeah, dressing like a whore. Okay. So, yeah, so it's like if you wear the uniform, why are you getting mad for people approaching you like that? And again, we're talking about a group of women who at one time did not have a choice, okay? And so now we've come to this point where we can choose. And we still choose to do the thing that our oppressor wanted us to do. Like, this is all they ever wanted for you to do. They don't care what you have to say. They don't care about your thoughts. Do you know how hard Phyllis Wheatley had to fight to have her book published? She's the first Black American novelist. This lady had to go before a court, and they asked her questions about what she wrote. They made her read and write in front of them to prove for a fact that she could read and she could write, and she did write this book. And so now you have, what's so crazy is y'all will get up here and scream about Black women are the most educated. Black women are the most educated, but we are the most dysfunctional. We're the most single. We're the most single mothers. We're the most divorced.
The most naked.
The most. We're the most of everything bad, but you want to act like, oh, being the most educated is a reward. And I'm not saying not to get your education, by all means, get your paper, boo-boo. But what is the point of you getting educated to still go back to doing the behaviors that your foremothers fought so hard to get the freedom from?
Yeah, it's kind of like what they say with hey man, the devil don't care about you knowing the word.
At all.
He don't care nothing about that.
Because he know it too.
And this the thing about, you know what I'm saying? The Bible tells us even the devils fear and they tremble. Mm-hmm. You know, so like they don't care about you being we take it a badge of honor. Ooh, the black one, the most educated. The black one, the most educated. The most educated. They don't give two. Man, they'll give you all the doctorate degrees. You still the same ones going across seas trying to get the BBL with your degree. You're a whole doctor. You're going over there to get a BBL so you can post your naked butt on Instagram with a whole doctorate degree. It don't matter about none of that. They don't care nothing about none of that. They don't care about you being the most educated because you're still falling into the same trap.
You still won't get married. You still won't stand by a black man. You still won't raise your black kids. And once you do have them black kids, all you're going to do is send them to daycare, send them to school, and let your oppressor continue to educate them. They want you their kind of educated so you can continue to perpetuate their system. And that's exactly what's going on right now. They educate you to move you away from the values that your family should have taught you. A long time ago, when I was thinking about homeschooling, I kept just coming across all this information about how removing a child and having a child spend the majority of his time with someone else would lead to that child adopting the other thought system and abandoning the thought system of their parents. But the problem is y'all aren't putting any thoughts in your kids these days. There's no big fight. You know what I'm saying? There's nobody really standing up for Christ and what they should be doing. We're all just going with the flow because we want to be included. But what you have to understand is inclusion does not equal equality. Okay, just because you're there doesn't mean that you're going to be treated the same way as everyone else that's there. You are still going to be invited, but expected to keep your position. This is why me, in my limited knowledge, I'm not saying I know everything, but in my limited knowledge and what I've seen with my own eyes and read with my own eyes and the stories that I've heard, I am not an integrationist. I am not. I am wholeheartedly believe in separate but equal. And I've been trying to find more research. It's very skim, but there's a whole anti-civil rights movement that occurred. And it was black people spearheading it. It was not white racists that didn't want anything to do with black people. No, it was black people saying, we don't want to integrate. We're fine by ourselves. Let's just enforce separate but equal. That's the problem. Okay, we were separate, but we weren't equal. And I could totally get that. We have rights to clean water. We want housing. We want shelter. Absolutely. Give us our resources and leave us alone. Okay, but when you want to come to someone else's party, you can't then dictate how they run their own party.
It goes back to Shamar, Shalom. All praise to the Most High, glory to Malak, Yahweh Shalom, family, Mr. and Mrs. Mono. What's going on? Let's just break it down. Miss Mono, so you can get so educated on y'all's time. I'm going to break it down.
What did I say?
You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying this way. Like, you want to be invited to you know how when you see somebody who can dance good from the other community, and you invite them. Ooh, you invited to the barbecue. You're invited to the barbecue. They're invited to your barbecue. So guess what? The food don't change. No, they want to come to your barbecue because of what you serve at your barbecue. This is what's going on at our barbecue. So when you come over to this barbecue, the barbecue don't change. And this is what we got to realize. When we fight to get invited to the other people's barbecue, the barbecue don't change, honey. They cookout don't change. No, it's still the potato salad with the raisins in it. That what You invited there. You know what I'm saying? So we're fighting to get over there and then realize why you
were invited in the first place.
Why you gotta fit in? Why you gotta get no, we like I said, us as black folk, we done became the face of all things that didn't used to have nothing to do with us. The Playboy magazines and all this stuff, guess what? Who it used to be. Hey, at the Bunny Ranch, it wasn't none of us over there. You know what I'm saying? The strip clubs, no, it was all looked a certain way. Now we over there, we the face of all. We the face of all wickedness. We the face of all wickedness. The whole gay thing, the gay scene wasn't ours. No, but now gay is like I only think of black folks now.
And that's another thing. Like, if y'all have noticed in the Biden administration, just in this past administration, and this is not me choosing a side or the other, I'm just stating facts, okay? The fact of the matter is, if you look at the Biden administration, yes, they had a black woman that was the press secretary, and they had all these diverse people and backgrounds. And yes, they had a whole bunch of transsexuals in the administration. The freaking, what was that? The Secretary of Health or whatever was a trans woman. How come in order for black people to be involved, now everything else has to be allowed as well? Everything that goes against the Bible. Okay? We can't just have hetero white people and hetero black people and we get together and run the government. In order to have black people, they got to be some kind of, the black woman, she can't be married. If it is a black man and he married, he got to be married to an other. If he not gay or trans or something else.
Got to be gay to get invited to the party.
And now look at this administration that's in there right now. Everybody is heteronormative and they're all white. Why is that? Do we look at what they've done to us by including us? We've allowed everyone to hop on the coattail of civil rights, and now it's not just about us anymore, which astonishes me as to why y'all are out here on this DEI fight. It's not hardly about us. It's not about us.
We're the sixth person on the list.
Come on, everybody else and everything else comes before what we are told that our forefathers died for.
But even to go back to the subject, the title is why Boaz don't want your ass. Because it's what?
Hoes among us.
It's hoes among us. And so these same women, they want to get chosen. These same women claim they want husbands. These same women claim they want families. While at the same time
being
hoes.
And the problem, and see, I know we're not supposed to shame sex workers and no, you're not supposed to do this and you're not supposed to do that. But the fact of the matter is what's going on now, and it's been going on for a long time, is we are led to believe that as a woman, you have to have your whole years. Like, you have to have your whole period. You have to let it out, whether it's at college or whatever else. You just have to have your time of experience. And this is what has been sold to us as the course of our life, right? And then after your whole years, about 30, 35, okay, now it's time to settle down and get married. But that's not who wants you after you're all washed up and banged up and bagged up, bitter and angry because of the heartache. Because you may tell yourself you're having your whole years, but you as a woman, physiologically, it is impossible for you to have sex with a man and you not develop some kind of feelings for that man. I don't care what y'all say. I don't care how much y'all get up here and claim you ain't got no heart and your heart ice cold and you don't care about a nigga and all this other stuff. It is the hormones, the way your body is set up to work. The hormone that you release at the climax of sexual activity is made for you to fall in love with the first person that you see. It is the same hormone that is released when we have children. It is to make us fall in love and to bond with our children. Why do you think that you are you know what I'm saying, that you can overrule the way that God intended for your body to work. God intended for you to fall in love with the man that you sleep with. That's what you're supposed to do. The problem is y'all keep sleeping with the wrong men and too many men. And now you're imprinted with all these men, and you want to go into, you say you want to go into a marriage, but you've got all this trauma, all this crap, and all this trash to deal with. And I'm not speaking to you as someone who hadn't had my own stuff to deal with. Praise the Lord for this man and his patience and his understanding. Because what I'm not about to do is sit here and act like, oh, nothing was ever wrong with me. You know, I'm just perfect. I was able to, you know, skirt all the trauma and the damage. No. How else am I sitting here telling you this unless I know it myself?
Rihanna said, so true. The face of everything.
Everything wrong.
What going on, Samuel Brown? What's
everything
going on?
Wrong.
Keith the Chef said they cap. These women who sleeping around acting like they ain't got no feelings. Woo.
That's why they be crashing out.
Facts. We can't do what these men do.
At all, period. At all.
Unless you a demon. Yeah. There's some of these women out here demoned up. But listen, to be able to just smash and pass, these women doing, they trying to do
wrong.
Like
something is wrong with y'all inside.
Smash and pass. Listen, man, it's what we claim we want and our actions gotta line up. You know what I'm talking about? You can't claim, man, I want to be a wife. I'm trying to be wifed up. I'm trying to be cuffed up.
I'm wife material.
Yeah. Then, you know what I'm saying? Being naked, then they ain't passing it around. Every man, like I speak as a wholesome man. Man, listen, bro. If you got them cookies out just for taste testing, man,
taste testing.
Man, I ain't gonna lie to you. I have a sample. Yeah, I have a sample. Yeah, hey man, I don't see. We're a little older, man, but back in the day, you used to can go to Sam's.
Oh man,
you used to could go to Sam's back in the day, man. In the 90s, in the 90s, you can go to the Sam's, bro. But it's taste tests of everything.
Everything. Like, all kind of samples.
It's samples. Well, you could dang near get full.
You could.
But you can get full of but samples on every aisle. But it's samples of, I have some of that. I have some of that. Man, I ain't gonna lie to you. The amount of samples that I had. And it's supposed to.
You talking about at Sam's?
Anywhere. No, the amount of samples that I had. I'm going to think about all the amount of samples that I had and what percentage of things that I actually went and bought. Ooh, that's good right now.
That's good right
I done sampled the whole lot. I'm talking about the food at the stores.
Sure.
Even at the liquor store, they got, you go in the liquor store, they have
samples at the liquor store.
Yeah, but they have.
You're not supposed to drink and drive.
No, it's just a little. This is just a little taste.
Oh,
you go in the liquor store, they trying to sell this new liquor. You know what I'm saying? Would you like a sample? I ain't gonna lie to you. The amount of samples that I tried,
I never had a sample from the liquor store.
That makes that. Then I went and bought 1%. And it's the problem. Like, are women just handing out samples and you want somebody to buy?
And here's the thing. I know you might be thinking like, well, just because a woman dresses a certain way doesn't mean that, you know, she's out here being promiscuous. I'm going to tell you that dressing promiscuous will lead to promiscuity. Okay. You have men admiring you, not for your beautiful face, but they keep drawing attention to your body. Well, you are drawing the attention to your body.
We can't help but look.
That is what the men will notice. And I know that you think that you all big and bad and ain't no nigga about to fool you and da-da-da-da-da. But how many more stories do you have to hear of regret before you get it through your thick skull? Women, listen, you are no match for all men. Okay. Yes, it's some lames. It's some cornballs out here. It's some men who should not even gather the nerve, gall, and audacity to approach you. Okay. I'm not denying that at all. But I'm here to tell you that there will be a man that will come along and make you forget all that. Okay. And if you are not girded up in yourself, if you're not girded up in your word, if you're not girded up in your spirit, you're going to fall victim to that man.
Whether he good or bad, you know what I'm saying? Because like I was that
But
man for that woman, you know what I'm saying? Make her forget about all that stuff. But
yeah, but when you met me, how was I dressed?
Oh yeah, you was dressed.
I wasn't dressed like no hoochie.
Facts. But I'm saying it for whatever it is. Let's get some of these comments for you.
Okay.
The men saving themselves. The women out there living role reversal.
That's crazy.
Now, I don't know if the men saving themselves. But
that is crazy.
You know, these women trying to live role reversal, bro. And it's so hard.
But they only want to do it for a little while. They don't mean that, because I promise you they don't mean that. Because if the right man was to tell them, hey girl, come on, let's stop doing this, they'd be like, okay.
Every woman wants to be a wife, man. Point blank period. I bet unless, like the Lonely Prophet said, unless you're a demon. Right. But every woman goal is to be a wife. You know what I'm saying? Like you want to be a wife. Whether that's with kids or no kids, or you want to be a wife. You want that one guy.
And here's another thing I want us to think about. Again, we love to talk about equality and fairness. And these women will get up here on the internet and tell you, my husband, he better not be looking at no other hoes. I'm checking his phone. I'm doing this. I'm checking his pockets, da-da-da-da-da. Why then does your husband not have the right to feel the same way about you? Like, why, if you feel like you have such a say-so on your husband, where he is, who he with, who he can talk to, who he can't talk to, why does your husband not have the same rights over you? And yes, I'm talking to some of you wives, because some of y'all have still not gotten it through your thick skull. I may be married, but I can still do what I want to do. I see y'all online talking. Yeah, I'm married, but that don't mean I'm not this. That no, you're married. That means you're a wife. And it's your job to present yourself as someone who's representing your husband and his family.
One who's taken. Samuel Brown said facts. Angelina says, I miss them samples.
Man, I do too.
We are talking about, we want everybody to be sure.
The samples at Sam's.
Talking about the samples at Sam's. ain't no free samples here, people.
Oh my gosh.
These food samples.
Food samples.
Bro, we was up there. They was giving out that alcohol whipped cream. Oh, facts. You remember?
When y'all bought him that Cardi B whipped cream?
The Cardi B whipped cream.
Y'all got that off a sample?
I think they let us taste it there or something. They had samples there.
Oh, that was good. We can get some more.
It just don't last long. That's the problem. If you don't use it, like you gotta use it. You gotta use it like that day. Keith the chef said, sis, these head wraps ain't no different. Oh God.
Daddy will call y'all when it's time, okay? Why is Shira down here?
No, it's almost down. Yeah, like 7 minutes. 9:15, my boy. No, 9:20, my bad.
These head wraps on ain't no different. No different. Hoes and head wraps.
What? I'm a married woman and my man's right beside me. I ain't even got no clothes. I'm not sure what you're saying, but if you married,
I'm a married or woman and my man's right beside me. I don't think
the or is supposed to be there. You a married woman.
I ain't even got no clothes.
You're a married woman. Hey, when we get off of here, my wife ain't about to have no clothes on either. So
right.
Like,
so what you mean you ain't got no clothes?
I don't know. Maybe we can't understand. We can't understand your comment, sis. But if you married, man, be butt naked at home with your husband now. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
it just ain't for nobody else to see.
Y'all don't want to see the kind of stuff I walk around my house in.
I'm trying to see where you telling me right now.
Go to the next comment.
They out here hoeing,
making it harder on us wholesome ones. And then beyond that, let me speak on that, because I think me and you was talking about this before, Angelina. There was a time, right, when even if you was out here sleeping around, you at least make a nigga take you out, make him pick you up, take you on a couple of dates, take you to the movies or something. Y'all out here just giving it up off a high hello. What is going on? And see, we went from having standards, and then there was this whole gold digger movement where you a gold digger, you a gold digger, you a gold digger, and we fell for that, and we stopped expecting anything in exchange for our bodies. And what I'm saying is, if you're not married, you should be getting something for having sex. If you gonna be stupid,
well, let's clean it up, because you ain't supposed to be doing none of
no,
that.
you're not supposed to be. Hear me, you are not supposed to be. But if you just that stupid and that hard-headed that you insist on doing what you're not supposed to be doing, could you at least make sure you have a full stomach when you're done or something? I mean, y'all out here, y'all don't make these dudes do nothing.
There's a scripture that says that. So, we do want to back that up with scripture. There's a scripture that say, hey, at least the prostitute getting paid.
And you pay your lovers. That's exactly what the Bible says.
Hey, at least the hoe out here getting paid. You out here paying your lovers. You ain't getting nothing out the deal. Now, of course, you're not supposed to be doing nothing. No wed, no bed. You're supposed to wait until you find a man that's gonna make you his wife. And we just leave that right there,
right? Because I know y'all not gonna like the way this sounds, okay? But it's supposed to be a life exchange. Your life for his. That's what's supposed to happen when you get married. But y'all not making these Negroes exchange lives with you. Yeah. Heck, y'all not even making them sustain your life.
I ain't gonna lie. My wife said this before. I'm just commenting on Angelina said they out here hoeing and make it harder on the wholesome ones. My wife, you said it before, like, you was like on my page, or you had my phone, and you was like, dang, well, you was saying something like, I feel bad for them. It's like, nigga, nothing but booty and everything up, like it's right there. Like,
every time, if I, and I'm not a phone go through. I don't believe in going and looking for trouble. Not saying that my husband out here doing anything, but I'm not a phone go through. But if for any reason I have to answer his phone, pick up his phone, go on his social media, the first story is guaranteed to be some booty and some boobies.
Yeah, and it's like you don't even got to be friends with these folks. Like I'm not friends with, but it's just like this is what everybody's naked. Everybody's naked, man. And so, yeah, of course, if you got this man who trying to live right, this single man trying to live right, let me find a good, wholesome woman and with the woo. But then he opened his phone and it's all this coochie and booty and boobs saying, hey, sir, would you like to have some? Like this the competition? Man, it's hard out here, bro. They want to get saved, Doc. Yeah, they all want to get saved, but they not doing what
they want to, but they not willing.
These hoes want to get saved. It's just kind of like us, Israel. We want to get saved, but a lot of us just say we want to get saved, but we're not willing to do the things that it take to get saved.
Or stay saved.
Sheesh. Well, get saved, because save is do it to the end. So we're not willing to do what it takes to get saved. Which you got to live this way. You got to act this way. You got to present yourself this way. Present yourself a living sacrifice. Okay, you're a woman, you want to get saved. I got to present myself as a wife. I got to present myself as something wholesome. I got to present myself so when this bridegroom come down, oh, yeah. Oh, gee. Hey, Keith, that's the whole sermon right there. Read it, come.
Shalom to the House of Monologue, checking y'all out while I'm on break. Y'all watch Shalom and Shalom.
What's going on, my bot?
Yeah, and I mean, it's like I'm so glad I don't have to date these days. I'm so thankful to the Most High that I'm not out here dating these days. Between the BBL and the Botox and the fillers and just the
transgenderism,
that too, and the flagrant disregard for the word of God, for decency and order, like for respect, and it's like, I hate to say it like this, but we've all heard the fact that there's more men than women out here, right? More women than men out here. Like we hear that repeatedly. I'm not here to say whether it's true or not, but we can't deny the fact that ladies, like, because of the way that some of us choose to make everything so free and welcoming, it makes it a little harder for the girls who choose to have standards. Okay. But I want to encourage y'all that are living by the standard to stand firm. Okay. Stand your ground, stay 10 toes on the word, staying 10 toes on the promises of the Most High. Okay, I'm not, and I know it's hard. I know it's hard, and I know you might be sitting, because I remember sitting in church and listening to married women tell me to wait, and I'm like, well, you got a man to go home to. How are you telling me to wait? I've been where you are, and I'm telling you, hold on. Okay, it's worth it. All right, change is coming. Okay,
be strong.
Hold on, change is coming. You remember that song?
Yeah, I know. I went to a rap song. Costco got samples, still fire.
We need to get a Costco car. My mom keeps telling me about it, but they all the way at Cumberland. It's so far away.
We got Sam's. They ain't the same thing.
It's not the same. Costco has different stuff than Sam's.
Man, I'm not going to get another just so we can go get some samples.
I didn't say that. That's not what I said. That ain't hoeing. That ain't hoeing giving it up for free. That's just stupidity right there. Stupidity.
Judah gave his singing and stuff. Facts.
Okay.
I don't believe that
wholesome. Keep the chef. Don't do that.
I need that on a t-shirt from the Rent Doctors. No wed, no bed. Facts.
We need to
no rain, no thing. You know what I'm talking about?
Exactly.
No wed, no bed, no rain, no thing.
Right. Go to this next comment. Every new age woman look the same. Tattoos, makeup, and a helmet with hair. They all do. It's true. And that's what's so funny. Like they all spend all this money to make yourself look like everybody else. Everybody got a BBL. Everybody got a lace front. Everybody got the fake lashes. Everybody got the tattoo sleeves. How are you so different from anybody else? Like, what makes you special for conforming to the assembly machine that the world has manufactured for Black women? You're no different. And please stop looking. Here's what we fail to realize. You know, people want to talk about how white people are the biggest audience for rap music and da-da-da-da-da. But at the end of the day, little Becky Sue can take off her lace front and go get a job at daddy's firm, or go call her dad for a hookup at another job, and all this and everything else. At the end of the day, Blake and Bob and Joe and them can go and work for daddy and granddaddy, or just go and live off. They have other alternatives. This little hip hop is just a phase for them, but you Black people make it your life. And that is the problem.
Yes.
You start living the things that this music is saying to you, and we're destroying ourselves instead of just realizing like this is just cosplay. It's not meant to be a lifestyle.
It's just everybody trying to win. It ain't no trust for real.
Trying to win what? What are we trying to what?
We're not trying.
The way that things are going, like, I read this report. Well, no, I was watching YouTube.
I ain't gonna lie. I know I talked about this little apple water that Atticus made us.
Isn't it good?
I need some more water. I'm gonna get some of your water.
I bought a bottle down here. Here.
I'm just eating the apple slices.
I just heard this report about Clarissa Shields, and she's supposed to be like the greatest woman boxer right now. But her best friend just came out and aired all this stuff about her that she should not have aired, because now all of a sudden her coach could be facing charges and everything else. But it just leads me, that comment made me think of it like, what are you trying to win? What are you winning at? You're not going home with a husband. You're not going home with a family. What are you winning at? Being lonely? And what we don't realize is another side effect of this obliteration of the family. Actually, there are multiple side effects. If you look at it, we don't have families anymore. We don't have family support. We don't have multi-generational living. So now everybody has to get out and pay their own rent. Now you have people that are lonely, that are looking for solace from their loneliness. So now here come the antidepressants. Here come the antipsychotic drugs. Here comes the addiction. It causes so many more problems when we are not living in line with the word of God. It causes us to spend so much more money looking for the comfort and the joy and the love that we're supposed to get from a family that we're supposed to be a part of. And so while you're out here looking for that love in all the wrong places, it keeps us on this lonely cycle.
I know that's right. Hold your standards. It's speaking to self, laughing but very serious. They're all praises.
Right, hold it. Hold on.
Clarissa childish as hell. That's Papoose little thing.
Listen, her hands are registered weapons. Okay.
Yeah, man. And look at this. How did this even become Papoose little thing?
What you mean?
Because
his wife was stepping out.
Oh, because of another woman out here. God dang.
Where's Paxton?
He's asleep.
He's upstairs.
Did you tell him?
Yes.
Is he coming?
I don't think you told him.
Go get your brother.
I did.
Go get your brother.
He didn't listen.
He didn't listen. What's going on, man? Atticus, ladies and gentlemen.
Atticus, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, wow. I didn't realize it was 9:24.
9:21.
Which one is right? The phone?
Our phones is definitely right. I probably set the computer.
Desktop, sir. So thank y'all for joining us this evening. I just wanted to leave that with my sisters, sir. I just wanted to leave that with my sisters. I want to encourage y'all to please just be more mindful in the way that you present yourself. That may not. No, it is a big deal. I was going to say it may not seem like a big deal, but it is a big deal. It's a big deal every day, okay? Not only are you representing yourself, but then a lot of y'all like to run your mouth about how, oh, I'm a Christian, I'm a Bible believer, I believe in God, I love Jesus. You'll be walking around with an I Heart Jesus crop top on with some booty shorts. I mean...
Jesus on the butt.
Right, Jesus on your booty and everything else. Where are the standards, y'all? Where are the standards? Y'all know standard having hoes is messing it up for everybody. And that's just the way I gotta say it. Y'all don't require nothing, don't ask for nothing. You just happy to have somebody smiling in your face. And I'm here to tell you that attention is a hell of a drug and you need to become unaddicted to it. Okay, whatever kind of attention anonymous class you can take or however you can help yourself to get away from needing attention from men. I'm gonna need you to figure out how to do that. Okay,
because attention, this how attention got them.
I'm here for the same reason you is, man. I want some crack.
Some crack.
Right, exactly. Y'all act like y'all on crack out here.
Attention is that
behind
drug.
Attention. And I'm gonna need y'all to not be so needy. Let me tell you something as a married woman, okay? King 7, shalom and shalom. Thank you for the gift. Let me tell y'all something as a married woman.
How you see that?
On the TikTok.
Oh.
As a married woman, there will be plenty of time for attention. There will be plenty of time for sex inside of your marriage.
Nice.
Save some of all that for your husband. Save some of all that, okay? Just save it, hold it. Trust me, you're gonna need it.
Plenty of attention over here.
What'd you say?
Yo!
Plenty of attention over here. Yeah. I just said nephews. Right on the computer.
Paxton, go
see, that's what I'm saying. This trust thing is something else. Not Jesus on the butt.
Yes.
I read that.
Juicy Jesus.
Juicy Jesus.
Right on your butt.
Juicy Jesus. Jesus juicy. Yeah, it's crazy because it's like God first. You go on Instagram and like
Bible verse in the bio.
And be like God first, you know what I'm saying? God's favorite. Whoop. And then it's like, shucks. I should not be. Let me unfollow you, ma'am.
Exactly. We have to stop doing that.
Hey, this water you made kind of fire, my boy.
It is really good, Atticus. You onto something with that water.
I've been eating all the apples. I've been eating all the apples out the water you made.
That water is barely.
Keith the chef says, "Say that for your boy." Fix one. Say that for your boy.
Just save it. Trust me, you're gonna need it. Huh?
You're supposed to eat the water. I mean, you're supposed to eat the apples at the end.
That's what I did.
After you drink the water.
I drank the water all. No, I did. I drank all the water. Then I started eating the apples. Then I added some more water though.
Is that okay? Is that cool? He didn't follow the instructions.
And maybe I will be making water at F3.
Okay.
You probably gonna be playing and jumping on bouncy houses.
I'm sure you will be running around.
No, I'm gonna make water.
You're gonna make water. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with us this evening, me and my special guest. Tried to go upstairs and
hey man, we just want to remind
show him some things.
We want to remind all you people to man, keep the Most High first, man. Not just in words, but in deed and in action. Let your actions match up. Like the title was today. What is the title?
Hoes Among Us.
Hoes Among Us, man. You know what I'm saying? We don't listen. We gotta stop being named amongst the hoes. This to our women, because that's what that's who this podcast is for. You know what I'm saying? Why Boaz don't want your ass? Listen, you gotta stop being named amongst the hoes. Whatever that looks like to you. You know what I'm saying? You can't be dressing like that. You can't be acting like that. You can't be looking like that and then want a Boaz type of guy to come and get you.
And save you.
No. Hey, Boaz didn't find his rib at the goddamn at the whole spot. You know what I'm saying?
Ruth was not down shaking it at the Blue Flame.
No, she wasn't at the Flame, man. It wasn't at Magic City. None of that.
She was around her mother-in-law.
We got one story of that, man, in the whole scriptures, man. You know what I'm saying? Go listen.
And that was God trying to make an example, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, please don't.
This ain't that.
Not at all. Not and let me tell y'all something. As a mother of sons, okay, y'all don't need to settle for these hoes out here. Y'all don't. I promise. It's plenty of good Christian, Bible believing women who are just waiting. Okay, they're just waiting for the right husband and the right time. So on both ends, you know what I'm saying? On both ends, like, please, I want you all to experience the love and the joy, and the life that comes with having a family, the life that comes with trying to live in the Word, and trying to keep the Most High's commandments. Trust me, there's enough adventure to go around. Like, living righteous is not boring. It's plenty of adventure, plenty of fun. Your life is what you make it. Okay, so please, y'all. Yeah, let's do better. Let's do better.
Yeah, man. We want to remind everybody that, man. Hey, man, it's time.
To be at F3.
Hey, man, we're not even talking about F3 right now. Hey, you guys, we just want to remind everyone, man, to, hey, man, keep the faith in Christ, man, and keep these laws, statutes, and commandments. Don't let anyone make you believe that because of Christ, you don't have to be obedient to the commandments of the Most High, man. It's time for us to raise up a standard, man. It's getting crazier and crazier out here. Sin is going to continue to grow. The hearts of many is going to continue to wax cold. It's going to get worse and worse out here. You know what I'm saying? It's going to get worse and worse out here. Sin is going to continue to grow and continue to be the most dominant thing, man. But we have to, we gotta live this thing.
And let me just say one more thing for those because listen, social media is a beast, and if you're not careful, it will really wear on your self-esteem and your worldview. So unplug from social media for a while. Like if the body images are too much for you, and if you feel like when you're looking on social media and you're looking at these naked girls and you're seeing all their likes and you're like, dang, why I can't get those likes? Maybe I should. If these thoughts are even crossing your mind, because from little acorns, big trees grow, and we're supposed to bring every thought into submission. Okay, so if you are, as a sister, having those thoughts, man, like just do a social media fast. Just unplug for a few days. Even television, like just cut the TV off for a few days, or just be more mindful of what you are watching, just to reset your worldview and get you back in touch with your reality. I go through it too. Even as a married woman, I go through it too. You see all these BBLs and all these filters and all this exaggerated aesthetic, and it can wear on you, right? Even me, because of course I want to keep my husband's attention, you know what I'm saying? I want to look good for him, and I know he's on the same internet that I'm on, and he can look at all this stuff too. And so even with him being super complimentary, like my husband compliments me to no end, but even with that, sometimes I can fall victim to the aesthetic of social media. And so I have to put the phone down and be like, wait a minute, like I'm good right here by myself. Beautiful, handsome, pretty, fantastic, astonishing, awesome, amazing. Don't you know? Okay, so yes, talk like that to yourself. Unplug from the social media. I love you so much. I'll be praying for you. They always restricting my life. How you gonna restrict it at the end, lanes?
Maybe because be going over, maybe it's an hour and a half.
No, I know they're gonna say something stupid. Watch, I'm gonna push the button when we go up there. Okay, I love you so much. Anything else, family?
If you haven't seen any of our videos, then just type in Paxton Adder.
Oh yes, the boys do have a YouTube channel, so if y'all could go give them some views and some follows. It's Pax, Pax, and A&D Adder, ATTA, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, I love you so much. Repent, keep God first, get in your word, strengthen your prayer life.
Yeah.
Atticus has on my socks. I'm gonna kick his butt.
What do you mean?
I love you so much. That's it. Shalom, shalom, and good night.
Doing gang things.
Mono.
Living super clean. Daddy came
One time for my king doing king things. Mommy's hoes cause he know he got a good thing.
Tune in to Why Boaz Don't Want Your Ass with your host, Miss Mono.
Shalom and shalom, sisters and cousins, and praise the Lord, saints. It's your favorite housewife, Miss Mono.
Every Thursday from 8 to 10 p.m. live on YouTube at Miss Mono's World and Monologue Magad. Now also available on the Saya TV on Roku and Fire Stick. Why Boaz Don't Want Your Ass. Don't miss it, sisters and cousins.
Let him save you in the end like a Semino. Be his help me, shout it, let the silly go.
one time for the men doing